All right. We are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. I'm your host, Mark Pierce. It's Sunday. What? Slowdown Sunday here in the cave. How long has it been since one of those? Those are few and far between these days, and we are even getting a late start, but it's Slowdown Sunday. We're just slowing it down. Did I say slow down yet? Slow down Sunday. It's a deluge of rain out there here in New England. Perfect for Slowdown Sunday. But one thing of those, if you're a dog owner out there, you know, if your dog is a doodle, they don't DGAF about rain. They just keep on trucking. So I was out there this morning. And yesterday I heard this cat and I was like, oh man, I'm doing a Slowdown Sunday. So, welcome to Slowdown Sunday. As if I haven't said it enough. I think I even have a little marquee for that. Anyway, what are we talking about today? We are talking about Bruce Hornsby. How about that? I read about Bruce Hornsby last night, and this could end up being a 15-minute episode if I'm not careful, and I'm not going to do that to you. I know you guys want that sweet spot of 3 to 5 minutes. I know, that's the sweet spot. But I can't always do that. A lot of times it's 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes. So we'll do our best today. All right, Bruce Hornsby, 68 years old, out of Virginia, 3 Grammy Awards, starting with 1987's Best New Artist. He beat out, it was Bruce Hornsby and The Range. They beat out Glass Tiger, you remember them? New Shoes. Now, New Shoes, I could do a song of the day on that whole album, New Shoes Poolside, I think it was called, because I love a lot of songs. It's not rock, it's pop, but maybe I will do New Shoes. Simply Red, that's big. Simply Red was huge, so I guess I bet you Simply Red came in second. And Timbuk 3, the future's so bright, I gotta wear shades. So I'd say Bruce Hornsby was a good pick. Folk rock, bluegrass, jazz, country rock, heartland rock. Did I say bluegrass, jazz rock? He's done so much with music. Unbelievable, but one of my favorite stories is 1974. His older brother Bobby at UVA had him in a band, and it was called Bobby High Test and the Octane Kids. And they would play fraternity parties, and they did a lot of Grateful Dead, which would help him out later. For those of you in the know, we'll get to that in a minute. Back to the Range in 1984. Wait, back up the bus for 1 second. 1982 is important also. He is on Ambrosia's last album in 1982. Remember Ambrosia? What was that? The Biggest Part of Me? Is that the song that's their famous one? Anyway, that's 82. Also, he's in the video because what happened is Ambrosia broke up, the bass player and Bruce Hornsby leave, and they joined the touring band of Sheena Easton. Remember how big Sheena Easton was in the early 80s with her Sugar Walls? Well, that's Bruce Hornsby in the video for Strut. Check that out. Then in 84, he forms The Range, and that's when he wins the Grammy. They win the Grammy for Best New Artist, and those two huge albums. The Way It Is went to number 1. That one had Every Little Kiss on it. Awesome song, Every Little Kiss. The Way It Is, of course, and Mandolin Rain, a favorite of my brother-in-law's. That one, the opening in that one. These are all candidates for Song of the Day right there. And then the follow-up, Scenes from the South Side, another great record. We'll get back to that in a second. Then he would go on, in 86 on that record, Scenes from the South Side, is a song called Jacob's Ladder that he does. He wrote it for his friend Huey Lewis. Remember how big Huey Lewis was in the 80s? Massive. He owned the 80s. And he took that song, Jacob's Ladder, to number 1 on that album 4 in 86. And you can hear his version of that on Scenes from the South Side. He co-wrote and played piano in 89 on Don Henley's The End of Innocence. He played piano on Bonnie Raitt's I Can't Make You Love Me in 91. He joined the Grateful Dead in 88 on tour and played over 100 shows with Jerry Garcia and went on to do more work with them. I mean, it's just, the Dead fans love him. They follow him to his shows. Then he started gravitating towards more jazz work. Then bluegrass in 07 with Ricky Skaggs, Pat Metheny. He did soundtrack work. This guy, he bought a stake in a radio station. This guy just keeps on doing his thing. Pretty amazing career for Bruce Hornsby. Let's get back to your song of the day. If I had to come up with one, it's one of my favorites, The Valley Road, off of that Scenes from the South Side. Just love that song. I love the piano, love everything about that. I think Every Little Kiss and The Way It Is and Mandolin Rain are all tied for second place. I don't know what to say. I mean, well, just listen to them all because they're good. But for me, it was The Valley Road when I heard The Valley Road. So that's your Slowdown song of the day today. And what fun stuff to learn about Bruce Hornsby. I talked to my wife Sarah this morning. I said, didn't we see Bruce Hornsby play piano with someone? We didn't know he was going to play piano. And we could not figure out who we saw in the last 6, 7, 8 years where Bruce Hornsby was playing the piano. We thought maybe it was Amos Lee. And we don't know if it was someone like Patti Smith. I don't know who it was. It was somebody. We can't figure it out. I've been trying to read and look it up. We'll figure that out. We're at 6 minutes. Sweet spot. Okay, it's time to go. Have a good Sunday again. You're probably not going to see me until the end of next week, I think, for the most part. But hang in there and listen to what you're listening to, and we'll talk some more. But enjoy this Sunday, whatever you're doing. I hope it involves music. And as usual, I'll catch you on the flip side.